Hello. What do I do?
She'll answer now. Hello, there she is.
Hello, sweetheart. How are you?
I can only see the top of your forehead.
Why?
Move it down.
There, look, I'm in the corner here. Can you see me?
Yeah.
I'm Skyping.
Oh my God.
In Britain,
I can't see why they've got him to do it.
more than 20 million of us choose to spend our evenings in front of the telly.
That's not real, is it?
We're going behind closed doors into living rooms across the country
It leaves you breathless.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
to find out what people really thought
That's the future of Britain.
about what was on in the last 7 days.
That was good.
In the week when the Olympic torch visited the International Space Station, we enjoyed lots of great telly. Bouncers on Channel 4.
It's another night in Colchester where people like to fight for whatever reason.
Oh, I've been to Colchester. It's a shithole.
Gary Lineker was his cheeky chappy self on Match of the Day.
Sparkling games. Here he is, Salted Lineker.
Sultan Lineker.
And there was a lively debate on Question Time.
I don't like your tone, Mr. Farage.
They discriminated
no,
again.
Please.
Oh,
He always makes some outrageous statement.
he's a dickhead.
I don't think you've ever been 34 waist.
I was when I met you.
Leon and June went to London last weekend.
Well, you were.
Right, stop there. That's enough.
I was just saying.
Enough
what you were.
information. Thank you.
June got him tickets for the tennis at the O2.
36, 24,
Thank you.
36.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful figure.
Thank you.
Best figure.
Thank you.
Best figure.
Thank you. I'll smack you.
Best figure in
Thank you.
college. Best figure in college.
You're the only Asian bloke I know who's racist.
In Derby, Sid and Bassett
I'm not racist, it's towards my own people.
around at Umar's.
What do you call a Pakistani guy standing in between two houses?
I don't know.
Ali.
There was a documentary this week about one man's search for signs of extraterrestrial life.
I'm Sean Ryder. As a 15-year-old lad in Salford, long before my hell-raising antics in Happy Mondays, I saw a ball of light whizzing about in the night sky as I stood at a bus stop. I knew there and then I'd seen a UFO. Ever since, I've been obsessed with all things extraterrestrial.
I mean, who'd believe this guy? I'd be more inclined to believe Stevie Wonder saw a UFO than Sean Wright.
If you're going to do a UFO programme, you ain't going to get old fucking...
Sean Ryder, you'd get, what's his name?
Cox.
Him. I always forget his name.
Funny, that.
Yeah.
We've had enough of them.
In Chile, Sean met a bloke who had some strange images on his laptop.
So what have you got for me?
Well, we're going to this place called El Bosque.
El Bosque.
Yeah, which is where the Air Force Academy is located.
Okay.
And where this incident took place just about exactly 2 years ago.
I hope they are UFOs.
Why?
And there are other civilizations. But then they should get in touch with us. Mind you, they'd probably get shot. You know how intolerant we are.
6 months ago, footage captured at a Chilean airbase was released that appears to show a genuine UFO.
Sean Ryder? Him?
Didn't catch it.
I said Sean Ryder?
Nothing unusual, right? Even though no one noticed anything that day, I'm intrigued to find out Commander Perry's professional view of just what the UFO might be.
It could be the Google Earth cameras that take pictures of all the houses.
I think it's a strange.
I believe that footage is of something. Yeah, definitely.
No, I think you're wrong, Master. There's no such thing. And grow up.
What a load of fucking bollocks. There's definitely nothing coming into our atmosphere from outer space. Anything that would have the technology to enter our atmosphere would be able to see everything we're doing from outside of it. They would definitely not park up and make themselves known, unless they're abducting people.
What about E.T.?
E.T.
He come down.
We're all in the same club. You've seen one, you've seen one.
Apparently, Chile has the most sightings of UFOs.
Miguel suggests a place further up, Cajon del Maipo, as a perfect spot for us to try and see a UFO. And so we head up into the mountains.
I mean, we're going to hear of somebody telling us about a thing that came down, parked, sucked him up, took him upstairs, sucked him off, spat him out, kicked him back in, and it was the only way he could explain to his wife why he had a sore cock when he got home. They probably go, tell him it was a UFO. Brilliant, George, thanks. Hey, Maria, it was a UFO. I was not me. I was taken away. I've been abducted. We've been a brothel in Guatemala for the last 3 months.
Well, this might be a UFO hotspot, but I'm bloody freezing. So, I might have to call it a night. I've just not got the vibe tonight.
Oh, I can't. This is driving me potty watching this.
I know.
You missed it. You missed it. Because you've been asleep. You missed it.
The VC calmed down.
They did. They just done an interview with an alien, a Chilean alien. He was Spanish, but it was a real one, wasn't it, Mum?
He couldn't speak. The only thing is I couldn't understand him.
He spoke Catalan, which was weird.
Meow.
No.
Meow.
On the news this week, there was a little story that caused a big discussion.
The standard dress size for mannequins on the high street is a size 8 or 10, a far cry from the dimensions of the average British woman today, who is a size 16.
Wicked! You're happy now. Happy. Size 16 is the average.
Yes, what bloody hell. Size 16's not big.
That's terrible.
Are you a 16?
No, as the average. I'm not saying 16's big at all, but as the average, I thought it was 12 to 14. Yeah, because
it's one extra size up. What's the difference?
12. There's a big difference between 12 and 16.
Are you a 16,
I don't
Biz?
know.
I wish.
I don't know, do I?
Debenhams has launched a new size 16 mannequin to appear alongside its standard size 10 mannequin.
Look at the size. That don't look attractive.
No, it don't.
It's a more realistic impression for some ladies, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think they'll do the same with guys' mannequins as well? Guys don't really have them, do they?
Yeah, they should have, isn't it? I mean, certainly the beer gut needs to be shown somewhere, isn't it?
The debate about how...
But the thing is, even those mannequins, even though they've made them like a size 16, they're still kind of in proportion for a size 16. Do you know what I mean? Whereas you see a normal size 16 walking down the street, she's like a pear shape and she's got all fat bits here and there and there. So why don't they do that then? It's more realistic.
To be honest, though, at the end of the day, mannequins are just there to show off the clothes. Doesn't matter how big they are. Everyone knows that they're not real people, and no one's looking at a mannequin as an idea of what to look like.
If they're going to make them more realistic, give them the mannequins bingo wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So have one going like that, but this just keep going like that in the wind.
Match 2 symbols.
Match 2 symbols.
So I've got to be the same in a row. Oh!
No!
Oh! 50 quid!
No,
10, with another 10. So it's 50 quid altogether. Out of £1 card.
This is to get you fucking going, this is. You're going to be an addict.
Oh! Oh my God! That scared the life out of me.
Will you do it?
Well, I don't know.
You're allowed to press the buttons, don't you?
On Channel 4, there was a documentary about nightclub doormen.
a bit of a break.
Right, listen, ambulance is on the way. Right?
In the programme, we saw hundreds of drunk people enjoying a night out in Essex.
It's another night in Colchester when people like to fight for whatever reason.
That's where we live.
Oh shit, this make me shit myself a little bit.
Oh, God, you're frightened you're going to be there, ain't you?
They're nice, aren't they?
George might be on telly.
It's the weekly recession session at TP's, and at £2 a drink, it's the first port of call.
The great unwashed. In all their glory.
Would you want to go down there?
No, I wouldn't go there.
Colchester High Street. I'd rather stick
I wouldn't go
fucking
there.
pins in my eyes.
I wouldn't go there. But it's a certain class of people that go to those sort of places.
Yeah, no,
though, isn't
not
it?
my sort of class of people. I might come from a council estate, but I didn't fucking associate with a lot of them.
They're all men, a whole lot of them. Look at the one in the front, bro. Shit.
Hey! Oh, isn't she disgusting?
That's you, June.
Oh, no, please stop that, Leon, please.
Showing her
Please.
nicks.
As the weekend revellers fall out onto the pavement, one group in particular are not quite ready to go home to bed.
That's the future of Britain.
Yeah, you must have gone out and got drunk. Hello?
I've got drunk, but not in the middle of the street like that.
Really?
Been to parties and had a few drinks.
No, don't say you got a few drinks, Dad. You've been paralytic before, so don't start going
But I
off.
haven't been wandering the streets, being paralytic.
Do you remember the time when we were invited out and you threw up on somebody's carpet?
Yes, he's dead now, isn't he?
One pair who have seen many a summer come and go are head doorman Curtis and his right-hand man Jamie, long-standing bouncers at the late-night spot Silk Road.
I got chucked out there 3 times in one night and they let me in again.
Is that the one that goes to all the
You shouldn't be telling me this.
Well, it's only because I was drunk. I weren't being out of order to anyone. I just couldn't stand up.
I'm sure we've
Do you remember when
been
you
to
bought those
some-
poppers?
Did I? That wasn't a nightclub.
That was a gay bar in Soho.
Oh God,
And
no!
you
I
opened it
didn't.
up.
I didn't know. I didn't buy
That
them.
was so funny.
I didn't buy the
Really?
poppers. No, we went into a bar
That happened to be gay.
that actually, which we hadn't noticed, but it was incredibly quiet. But a bit of background music, although a few dodgy moustaches, and you remember we had a good
Yes.
old sniff of it. Latterly, we discover, of course, it's a muscle relaxant. So if we left it open for much, or they call it a room atomizer, if we left it open for much longer, there might have been about 30 blokes having instantaneous shit.
Why have we run out of bloody vodka?
We haven't. It's all down in the north wing.
Tom was bitten by a friend's parrot on Sunday. He took a chunk out of his hand.
Well, it's not empty.
Mummy wants a vodka.
Pour it into your glass. There's quite a lot. There's enough for one drink.
Bullshit.
Leon,
Yes.
I'm just going to give you a real treat.
A real treat. Are we off to bed then?
Better than that.
Go on.
Match of the day.
No.
There's one thing on Match of the Day that we love as much as the football.
Come on, where's the music?
Thank your exercise
I've been
today.
listening to this music. For how long?
40 years I've been listening to this. On and off.
My Derek love football. Guess what?
Derek love football?
Derek, listen. Guess what? I can tell you something. When I want to be with Derek and get the best out of Derek is when I sit down and watch football.
With him.
Reading the auto cue was Gary Lineker.
Hello there. We may be up somewhat later than usual, but believe me, it's worth staying up for. We've got 6 sparkling games that are assured of keeping you awake until the midnight hour.
Hello, Gary. Oh, dear.
Here he is, Salted Lineker.
Sultan Lineker.
Lineker is always trying to make a joke of things and laughing and sneering. I cannot stand the man at all. Very big ears.
So Mourinho's record of never losing a league game at Stamford Bridge.
Crisps. When he went on that Walker's,
I think it's brilliant.
that's when I ate Walker's more.
You did, didn't you?
Some people think he's really good looking. He's all right.
He's not. He's easy on the eye. I wouldn't call him good looking.
He's not bad.
But he's not my cup of tea.
He's nice. He's a very likeable person.
I'm not particularly attracted to him.
You're more of a Jamie Redknapp kind of guy.
We start in West London with Chelsea against a West Brom side who haven't won at Stamford Bridge for 35 years.
Come on, Chelsea.
What do you want Chelsea to win for?
Because they're managed by Jose Mourinho.
Don't be daft. Do have the underdog. That's who you want.
I just go for who's the better looking.
Oh, yeah. I go for the underdog, you go for the hot dog.
I don't believe it's a penalty.
After a controversial last-minute penalty earned his team a draw, Chelsea boss Jose Mourinho was as humble as ever.
Was it on your mind that you were seconds away from losing that incredible unbeaten home Premier League record?
You are right. The record is incredible. So when I lose, I think is to celebrate, is not to be upset.
I think he's a bit mad, to be honest.
Really?
I do. I think he's a good football coach and so on, but he's crackers.
I accept, but I have to say clearly, he's a big mistake.
I was in love with a Spaniard once. His name was Paco.
And match after match, one more match, just had one more match to a fantastic record. So
what's his name?
Jose Mourinho. What's he done now?
Hello, I come from Mexico. You like a tequila?
He's from Bolton.
Oh, is he? Oh.
Remember that time I forgot underpants? And we were at Mark and Julie's. And I said, can I borrow a pair of your underpants, Mark? And he said, no, I'm not having your nads in my underpants.
But did you see about the hurricane in the Philippines? It's
terrible, isn't it?
230 miles an hour.
No, they showed it before. It's terrifying, isn't it? You can't imagine it. And losing your home. Where would you start? Where would you go?
On Thursday night, there was a political debate on the BBC.
Nigel Farage is on it.
Oh!
He always makes some outrageous statement.
He's a dickhead.
Welcome to Question Time.
Quiet now, Joe.
Anna Subri.
The hot topic was immigration, and on the panel was the UKIP party leader.
Nigel Farage.
Nigel Farage.
Enoch Powell by another name.
Yeah, he's got a hint of knocky about him.
I think it's important that we conduct this debate along sensible, grown-up lines.
I tell you what, why they even invited him on the show? Why? Why give him any kind of fucking platform?
I think it's one of the really interesting political phenomena of our time. He and Boris, they're the only interesting people in politics, practically.
It's astonishing that since 2001, the number of EU nationals living in Boston has increased officially by 467%.
So what? Are they not human beings? I'd kick you out, mate.
However, that figure is undoubtedly wrong, because that would say there are an extra 10,000 people from Eastern Europe have moved here. The figure, we suspect in truth, is nearer 20,000.
They forget that England is only a little island.
Yeah, and we can only take so many people.
Yeah, so England can't take any more.
Can we afford to sustain having more people coming in? If we cannot, then it has to be no.
But
because in 100 years, we'll end up like China.
The European Union rules free movement of capital and labour. If they want to come, they can come. They can evacuate the whole of Poland and Romania and Bulgaria, and they can all come and live in the UK, and we can do nothing about it.
They talk about people coming into their country. Hold on, don't get it twisted. Do you know how much percentage of English people have left this country and gone abroad to other people's country to live?
True. And spend their money.
True. They're not even in their own country.
Amen.
They've gone abroad.
That is true.
If Nigel Farage had his way, you know, you wouldn't be sitting here. I mean, we're sitting here saying, oh, yeah, it's good what he's saying, and I agree with some of the points he's making, but he wants just Britain to be British.
And on top of all of this, we're about to open the door on January the 1st to the whole of Bulgaria and Romania. It is not right and it is not fair.
Oh, bollocks. Look at the bloody right-wing fascists clapping.
In Romania and Bulgaria, they've got special companies set up telling them how they can come to England and claim benefits.
Oh, my God.
That's what they're doing.
Someone who didn't agree with Farage was Tory MP Anna Soubry.
People come here to work. They come to Boston to work, and they work in the fields, as you know. They pick the vegetables. They do the jobs
that nobody else wants.
And they do a good bloody job.
But who else is going to do it? Nobody else wants to do it, otherwise they won't be doing it.
Sell the dole.
Look, Pret a Manger in Brighton, most of their employees are fucking Polish. They've got people from Poland or wherever to come over and do those jobs because our fucking lot don't want to do it. You know, there might be one or two that are thieving bastards, but most of them come here to better their life, and they fucking will have.
I've got to say, Brenda, really and truly, at the end of the day, this is from Boston, Lincolnshire, a very flat part of the country. Local people will not work the land for the low hourly wage that they're paid.
Now,
whereas...
Where have you got that information from?
I just assume that.
You assume it or you read it in certain papers, but you don't really know if that's true or if that's a bit of propaganda. No, do you know what I mean?
I'd say a third of my mates are immigrants.
Would you?
Yeah, well, or second generation maybe immigrant.
Well, they clean my car marvellous.
I feel, as you can hear, with some passion. I don't like your tone, Mr. Farage.
They discriminated again.
No, please, you're at it again.
She is brilliant.
You talk about facts. In my constituency, your party put out a leaflet saying 29 million people from Romania and Bulgaria were going to flood into our country.
A younger Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher.
She's got her eyes.
It's just an expression, innit?
Look at her neck.
And you put fear in people's hearts. Look.
That's Margaret Thatcher in 1980. Because when I met Margaret Thatcher when I was on benefits, 1980, 33 years ago, anytime you pop out a belly, a baby, you get money. Until John Major come and said, we've got to pay it back. Liberty!
You do not talk facts, you talk prejudice.
I do think this Anna Soubry, she's obviously a strong member of the Conservative Party, definitely against Farage's extreme right-view wings, but at the same time, she has got the strength, frankly, and I quote, of the Iron Lady.
That's the best speech by a Tory MP I've ever heard, Anna Soubry. She was excellent.
I've read a lot about her.
I've a good mind to write to her. What's her name?
Can you stop that noise on the plate as well?
I'm eating my yoghurt.
OK, finish it.
I've got one mouth.
OK, we'll eat it then, so I don't have to listen to you clashing on the plate.
Oh my God, and I have to listen to you munching away every single dinner time when I sit next to you.
OK, we said we weren't going to argue this
And
time,
you're
so
telling
can
me
we
to
not
eat my
argue,
yogurt?
please? Can we stop?
Oh my God.
Stay with us, you're watching History in the Making.
ITV took us down memory lane with a collection of some of the biggest news flashes from the last 50 years.
To deliver drama and surprise.
You know when you'd be watching a programme and all of a sudden the news would come on?
Yeah.
They don't really do that anymore, do they?
They only interrupted if there was something really.
I can't think of the last big one that interrupted the TV, like the show I was watching there.
I would imagine that the next news flash that we ever see would be something like
Beyonce's
the Queen.
dead.
No, you idiot. The Queen. The Queen's died.
And one story brought back the most memories.
Listen.
We're interrupting programmes to tell you that Diana, Princess of Wales, is gravely ill in intensive care in Paris's Salpêtrière Hospital after being seriously injured in a car crash which killed her friend. The Harrods Air Dodi fired.
I remember phoning your mum because she loved her. And I just remember feeling sick.
Dermot Murnaghan then heard the news that was about to stun the world.
I was told in my ear that she was dead, that she was not alive.
How they've aged.
Well, it was 97, wasn't it?
Yeah, look.
We are now being told that Diana, Princess of Wales, who was reported to be injured in that accident you've just seen pictures of, has actually died in Paris's Salpêtrière Hospital. A French minister has confirmed the death of the Princess of Wales.
I was watching early morning news when this come on. Come and woke you up, didn't I?
Like yesterday, isn't it?
Oh, I just couldn't believe it. I was in such a shock.
The whole country was just in complete and utter shock. Look, here we are.
It's 2 weeks before you were born, bless you.
And I thought I'd gone into labour that day. Do you remember?
Well, we got up, hadn't we? We were staying with Maureen and Eddie.
We'd been to Ian's friend's wedding.
Yeah, Graham's wedding.
Which has broken up since.
I found out that Diana had died. I come out of the club. I was walking through Vauxhall and some foreigner shouted out, "Your princess, she's dead."
Oh,
I was like, what? Got to Waterloo train station, got the paper, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah. All I remember from that day is there was nothing else on TV.
Yeah.
There was just literally, it was just that story, wasn't it? Diana's dead.
The programme showed images of the princess looking radiant.
To actually think about it and to think about this marvellous woman.
If she was alive now, I wonder what she'd be doing. She might have even married that bloke. Would they have let her? Are you allowed to?
They wouldn't have never let her marry her, I don't think.
I don't know whether they would have.
They might have let her coexist, but they wouldn't have ever let her marry her. Never.
She must be vexed that she's not here to fuck up Camilla.
She don't need to. She's looking down.
No,
you know,
fuck
she's
her up.
having a grandkid now. Queen Mrs. Taylor. She's only hanging on,
and
right?
you know, no,
your friend, she's hanging on. Your
Queen
sister,
is all right.
She's hanging on in
But
there.
Ewa.
She don't want to let it go yet.
But Camilla's there, innit?
Because she don't want to get to Camilla.
I like the way Camilla just blend in.
Yeah, she ain't got no
Blum.
choice.
It was like she was invincible, and it was like, how could that happen to someone like her?
Because she flew very close to the sun.
On Saturday night, 8.5 million of us settled down to watch ITV.
I hope it's rock night. I hope it's fucking rock night.
Get swinging, Britain! Live from London, it's Big Band Night at the X Factor.
Swing night?
Oh, is it swing? Oh, yes.
Oh my God.
Oh, I love swing music.
You know your man that you know the guy you keep telling me you really like, the white guy that does like kind of like jazz music, Blue Blade.
Michael,
is it Blue?
Michael Blueberry.
Is it something Blue Blade? Isn't it?
I love him.
You like him?
I love him.
And your Big Band Night starts right here.
Are you awake? Aye.
Am I falling asleep?
You're falling asleep.
Oh dear. Is Louis Walsh on?
Yeah, it's Louis Walsh.
Get him up.
But it wasn't the X Factor performances that got us excited. It was the show's first ad break.
Now, for a special treat, we're proud to present the TV premiere of a unique Christmas advert.
What? Premiere of an advert?
When did they ever do that?
Was it animal who'd never seen Christmas?
Yeah,
Only because he wouldn't, because he's a bear, because he hibernates.
that's right. That's the whole point.
across an empty land. I knew the pathway like the back of my
Oh.
Oh, bless.
I love bears. Oh my God, I love them.
I bet you I can tell you what this advert's for. Coca-Cola.
This is a shop.
Oh.
I mean, this is a shop.
Marks and Spencer's.
Samsung.
Harrods.
Do you think it's Harrods?
Oh, look, he's on his own.
Oh no! Go back.
What the fuck is this about?
No, Tesco.
It's not, it's not.
Morrison's.
It's not. It's too expensive.
I've been dreaming of. Oh, simple thing.
No, he put him a Christmas present.
Christmas present.
It is a Christmas
Oh,
advert.
bless him.
Iceland?
No, it's not Iceland. It's a posh shop.
Oh, this is the John Lewis advert, isn't it?
So little fella's been all the way to John Lewis.
You must be exhausted.
Yeah.
This animation is incredible, isn't it? It's par with Disney or what is it?
Yeah, for 7 million, it has to be though, doesn't it?
7 million?
How much?
Yeah, apparently this advert cost £7 million to make.
Get away.
£7 million. If they were paying that much for that kind of advert, right, it means they're making far too much money.
I need someone to rely on. And if you have a minute, why don't we go?
Who's that singing? I like that song. Who was it singing?
I think it was Lily Allen.
But for £7 million, you'd think they'd have someone like Barbara Streisand, wouldn't you, singing it?
'Cause this could be the end of everything. So why don't we?
He's going, you fucking wake me up for that. Not as good as last year.
Somewhere only we know.
What is it? What is it? Selfridges. Harrods. Selfridges.
John Lewis! What the? Liberty!
As always, the BBC did Remembrance Day with the greatest respect.
2-minute silences have taken place across the UK to honour fallen members of the armed forces. In London, the Queen laid the first wreath at the Cenotaph in Whitehall before a march passed by thousands of veterans and civilians.
I feel absolutely proud of this tradition because my father loved all part of it.
I find it very humbling, actually.
And he was the son of an immigrant. But is that all right with Nigel Farage?
The bugles set the tone for this commemorative day.
In Whitehall, the Queen placed her wreath at the Cenotaph in memory of those who've been killed in what is now nearly a century of conflict, from the devastating losses of the First World War to the young servicemen and women who've died in Afghanistan.
Do you all know why we wear poppies?
Yeah, I do.
There were loads of soldiers that died in a field on a massive,
It was the battlefield.
trench attack. The battlefield. And when they all died on the battlefield and all the bodies, they emptied out the bodies, and then a couple of days later all poppies grew. So it was sort of like a sign that each soldier represented a poppy.
There were more than 10,000 of them on the march.
I'm going to say my granddad fought in both wars. What bad luck, that generation.
What bad luck.
What bad luck. You fight it in one and that's bad enough.
I think one just provoked the other one. It's a wonder he survived.
I know.
The Cenotaph.
It's awful.
Remembrance Sunday, when the hubbub of other days is stilled.
I stood to attention, 2 minutes, remembering my father because he was a brave soldier and was wounded.
And those two girls having a coffee didn't stop talking. And I wouldn't have minded if they'd whispered, but they were talking really, really loudly.
I told them. I said, it's 2 minutes silence for the dead of 2 world wars. And they looked at me, didn't they? Ignorant buggers.
The report captured the emotion of the 2-minute silence.
songs like this, they do kind of like...
Silence.
Always gives me goosebumps. You know, and you listen to that, and all you can think of
Is all the people who have died.
the thousands and
It does work, doesn't it? It really does work.
The greatest sacrifice you can give is your life for your country.
Absolutely. That's right. That's right. That's right.
We showed a bit of Bouncers on Gogglebox earlier. Why not catch the whole thing either tomorrow or Friday on 4/7? It's the home of the most talked about telly from the last 7 days. Something to get your tongue wagging next. Mickey Flanagan's Out Tour is coming up.